Hey guys, welcome back to Johnny Reads. Sorry for the unexpected little mini hiatus. Not that any of you even care. I don't think I made a video for about 2 months, something like that. Anyway, well, it's mostly because I haven't been reading and because I recently started a new job and it's kind of makes me a little sleepy when I get home, and it's just making excuses at this point. But so today I have a book haul for you again, even though I haven't been reading, so I'm just buying books and throwing them on the shelf. But it's quite a few books, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first few are going to be books that have been recommended to me, which is probably funny because y'all know that I don't take recommendations. And the first one is Whiteout by Ken Follett. I actually have no idea what he writes, but I know his books are giant. And the reason I got this was because it was the first book that my now girlfriend recommended to me, and so I bought it, and I'll read it pretty soon, I think. Probably maybe the third book from what I'm reading right now, something like that. Also recommended to me by my now girlfriend is Looking for Alaska by John Green. He's basically her favorite author, I think. And he has the same initials as me, so why not? Another one by Mr. Green, Paper Towns. I didn't see the movie. No interest in seeing the movie. But she told me to get it. So, well, I don't even know if she told me to get it, but I think she's basically told me to read them all. So these were the two that we had in the store, and so I just grabbed. Last one that she's recommended to me and that I've actually been able to get, Everyday by David Leviathan. I've actually read the back of this cover, and it sounds pretty damn good, so I'm actually excited for this one. And I think there's a new one out, so if it's really good, then I can just get the new one too. Next, because James Patterson is one of my favorite authors, even though people criticize him and say he's so bad and does this and this and this, about the way he writes and co-writes books. But the book that I got was the Thomas Berryman number. It's probably one that most people don't even know about. It was his first book that he ever wrote, and I believe he wrote it in the 70s. Let me see. 76. And he won the Edgar Award for this. So for anybody who says that he can't write, you're wrong. He won an Edgar Award for his first book. Come on. Next is actually the first writing book that I've ever gotten, and it's not really a writing book. It's kind of a collection of articles that were written for Writer's Digest. It's not really new or anything. I think it was published in 2002. But it's called The Complete Handbook of Novel Writing. And it's just a bunch of articles that have been written by a lot of people who know a lot more about writing than I do. Next is the second writing book that I got. Actually, just got them both this week. Also, I just found on the clearance shelf. It is How I Write by Janet Ivanovich. Now, I don't read her books, but I can tell you a lot of people do, because she basically has an entire shelf and a half at my store. Next, which will be the only book that I will actually have a video made for once I get to reading it, is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Next is a book that has probably been read by so many people already. And I've kind of had it in the back of my mind for a little while, and I thought it was on the Amazon list that I'm making videos from, but it isn't, but I wanted to grab it anyway because I happened to see a really, really nice copy, and so I grabbed it, and it is The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. Next is a book that I'm definitely buying into the hype. I usually don't do that, and I kind of criticize people whenever they only read things that are mega popular, but whatever. It's The Martian by Andy Weir. I know the movie's coming out today, actually. I won't be seeing it today or even this weekend or anything, but because I would definitely want to read the book before I see the movie. But no, just the premise and everything I've heard about it, I'm pretty sure this is going to be just a great book. Some more books that have already been adapted into movies, and I've already seen them, well, except for the one I'm about to mention, but I've already seen the rest of them. Next on my list is American Sniper by Chris Kyle. I always wanted to read the book before seeing the movie, and I haven't seen the movie. I know a lot of people. I know some people didn't like it because of just they don't agree with like what he had to do or whatever, and that's fine. You know, people have their opinions. That's fine. But I want to read it, and after reading Lone Survivor, I know it's not quite the same kind of storyline that's going on, but definitely have been interested in this for a while. Like I said, another book that's been adapted already, Black Hawk Down by, I don't know, Mark Bowden, or Bowden maybe. Yeah, this is definitely one of the, in my opinion, probably one of the best war movies, last 20 years, maybe longer, 25 years. Oh man, it's so good. So I figure to make a movie that good, to do it that well, has to be coming from a work that's just excellent. Another one, kind of not really in my wheelhouse as far as reading goes, but I've seen the movie, and the book is World War Z by Max Brooks. Again, not really in my wheelhouse, but a great movie. Probably one of my favorite movies, maybe 10 years. I think that's right around, it came out in 2006, I believe. I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. Now, I think the book is a little bit different from the movie, but I figure, why not read it anyway? One thing that you may or may not know, some of you do because you know me a little bit better than just like anybody else on here, is that I love sports. And I don't just love sports like, yeah, woo, go, whoever, go team. No, I love sports. And honestly, I love sports way more than books. It's not even close. One of my favorite sports movies, and one of the best sports movies I've ever seen, and which may very well be the best, I think you can definitely make the argument, is adapted from Friday Night Lights by H.G. Bissinger. I've wanted to read this book for years. I might be looking forward to reading this one the most. It's just that movie and what I know about Texas football in high school. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Last one of these, I think it makes number 15, is The Burning Room by Michael Connelly. This, I believe, is Harry Bosch's 19th book. This one was released last year. His new one's actually coming out next month. And this is actually, I'm one book behind this one. But again, I just happened to see this for $7, which means I got it for $3.50. And excellent condition. Nothing wrong with it. Not a bargain book, nothing like that. So I grabbed it. I love Harry Bosch. I mean, flat out, I love reading his stories. And just to give you an idea of the series, on the cover of this book, and I know these can be a little bit misleading at times, but this is an established author and series. The Washington Post says, the finest crime series written by an American. I don't think I can argue with that. It is that good. Anyway, so that's my haul for today. It's 15 books. I've never bought that many books at once, even though one of these I already bought a long time ago. So I bought 14 books today. Tell me which books you've gotten recently in the comment section, and I will see you next time.